Back, everybody. Who knew that wearing a mask would become a part of our daily life? Well, this means that our eyes are the only thing others will see. Here with her best tips and tricks to step up your makeup eye game is Lyndsay Craig, owner of Lyndsay Craig Beauty. Good morning, Lyndsay.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Never before have the eyes really said it all, because when you're on the streets, that's all people see. Shout out to Robbie G, by the way, in the control room. His mama made me this, and I love it. So talk to us a little bit about what to do. You have some tips. First one is to step up the game by adding a pop of color to your eye. If you're shy, now's the time to try, right?
That's right. I love that. I mean, your brows and your eyes are really in the spotlight. So why not be a little bit playful with color and amp it up with a colorful mascara?
Ooh.
So when you see this, it can be, you may be a little bit hesitant to try it. But the biggest tip is to put it over top of your black mascara to give you a little bit of pop of color, or just a little hint of color. And I'm going to put some on right now so you can see it.
Okay. Oh, it goes on top of the black mascara, so it's a second coat.
It's a second coat, so just right on the tips, you're going to get that little hint of color. So I don't know if you can see it from here, but if you're outside and with your mask on, it's quite subtle and it's unexpected, and it'll be like, oh, a nice little pop.
So it's like a little eyebrow ombre action. It's just the tip, just a little subtle boop. Okay, up next, step up your brow game. I do this throughout the show. I have my trusty brush that Tracy Peard, who's been home for months, hooked me up with, right? And you got to brush those brows, get those caterpillars in order. It makes a difference.
That's right. Keep them tame, keep them in order. My biggest tip is to use multi-textured brow products. Okay. So a lot of gels right now, they come with like a fiber and they have your little spoolie. So you want to get your brows, of course, in place.
Okay.
But what you can also do to make them look really natural and keep them looking polished is use a pencil as well to create some additional hairs. And especially now, because we're wearing our masks, our eyebrows are framing our eyes. Yes. So that's really kind of, again, what's on spotlight and keeping everything intact.
And sometimes I alternate the angular blush with like eyeshadow. And do you recommend, should the eyebrow pencil be lighter than your actual hair, eyebrow hair?
Yes, slightly lighter, but you can also step even up, half a shade darker when you're, using on top of your lighter, so that you create the texture and the depth.
Yeah.
And again, that feathery light brow, polished into place is exactly on trend.
Because you want it to look filled in and not like Groucho Marx, right? Okay, last but not least, you say use these multifunction products. So how?
So who doesn't want a multifunction product, especially if you're popping on a quick Zoom call or, you're running out the door these days? So find a product that's cream-based that you can apply on your eyelids, your cheeks, and your lips. Okay. And the easiest way to do it is, take your fingers and you can apply right into the center of the eyelid, onto the cheek, and then just dab onto your lip, and it creates a complete monochromatic look.
Okay, so wash your hands. I know this sounds wild. I've never used a multi-functioning product because of cross-contamination. And to me, if it's on your mouth, then you're going back in, you're using it on your eye, your cheek. I just feel like it's like a petri dish. So wash your hands, and you say put it on your hand and then apply?
You can put it on your hand. A lot of the products come with a brush on the end so that you can easily buff into, your cheek to give a natural flush. But the whole point is that it's just quick, fast, and easy, if you have to apply your makeup, and it creates this, really natural look to the skin.
The eyes have it. Thank you so much, Lyndsay. Where do we find more?
Thank you. You can find more on Lyndsay Craig Beauty.
That was wonderful and fun. We'll be back with more BT right after this.